at the very last day of the year. So welcome back to yet another video of Pixelgun 3D. Now, well, I mainly do Pixelgun 3D because this is where I show my the highest amount of enthusiasm for the YouTube career. I also do a bit of other games, but I'm mainly focused on this because this is where I started and this is where I grew up my channel. So I think therefore we stay as we are now. It's quite strange. Now, if you look at the thumbnail, you might be thinking, are you really making a new skin? And the answer is yes, I'm making a new skin for BossTheModern 2020. And I won't reveal it until it's New Year, until it's 1st of January. So the new upcoming video of the skin reveal and also just continuation of gameplays, just some gameplays will be coming out afterwards. There will be some gameplays, and if I get some weapons in between, I'll also make weapon reviews. But I already got some of the weapons that I want to show you, including they are not weapons, but the Winter Staff, Peppermint Guardians, and Freon. Those I can show you in quick detail, in close detail, how all of these works in their separate respective videos. Now, what else to say? Well, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and also I wish you guys a Happy New Year. Now, this year was quite different than what I anticipated it to be. Firstly, well, this is where I actually woke up a little bit and did some YouTube channel, but I wasn't a consistent guy, as you guys have already noticed by now. But in 2020, the new change of the year will definitely be one video every day, like usual, and live streaming the weekends. But I've seen that the live streams do have some function on the internet, and now this happens to the smaller YouTubers as well. I've talked to some of my friends about it, and they also have some issues with the connection and how the device can handle the streaming, and that stuff. Other than that, we shall continue. I won't reveal the skin because the skin is almost done. I might say it was done. Now, when I was starting the skin, I was thinking still keeping everything as it is. Okay, that's the only spoiler of the skin you get. Now, I've already shared some of my fans that skin that I'll be making, but for you guys that are watching, the skin will be out by tomorrow. I'll probably try, if I can, to just upload upload a video when it hits 12 and we on the 1st of January 2020. Now, we humans have lived this far, which is incredible. Now, back to the year. So this year was also different because my stepfather died of lung cancer. He was 74 years old and actually was the man who helped me grow up into this nice country where I live in, Norway. So that's all just gotta say. If you want to know more, you can join our Discord. The Discord link will be provided in the description and also in the comment section. Same with my ID. If you want to be one of my friends, you can sure try to send me a request, but be sure to send me your ID so I can send a friend request to you, because what happens is when both of the players send friend requests to each other, then they automatically become friends. So that should be a fair thing to know. Now, for you guys who are also watching some Shall Fight 3, the chapter 7 have been played. I also been playing the first part of the June's Plane. Now I'm at the middle of the second part of the June's Plane, and I actually am quite ambitious of trying to reach the third part, because I've seen that the third part you can reobtain the chapter 7.2 items back, and I really want to try to get those items. This Void Warden set is what I really look forward to, because that for me fits the futurism implementation when it comes to that game. Now let's get back to Pixelgun. So what do I have done? What am I going to continue with? I'm still going to continue with the Shopping Man series. I'm still trying to buy everything, but I've also seen that the Traders van have returned with the skins, and also the developers, if you guys didn't know, the developers have returned the ultimatum again in that Traders van, which kind of upsets me, because this is turned to a point where the game wants everyone to have the ultimatum, and what's gonna happen when so many people have ultimatum is that a lot of kids get frustrated by a lot of people by getting killed with the ultimatum. And what's gonna happen then is they want to request a nerf of the ultimatum, and it usually happens. The problem with this thing is, and it also adds to other weapons as well, is that when you return weapons, not only are you breaking the service, not only are you initially scamming the players, all the players who have actually played and paid their efforts, whether it's ads or real money paid through any deal transaction in order for them to get that weapon, you're breaking their service. And secondly, you get a lot of people mad by it, despite any kind of compromise that you might get. For example, higher expenses, like higher prices for the ultimatum, because they know that the ultimatum is what many people want, including the new bytes, because the new bytes see that as a new and a very strong weapon from whatever video they've been watching. But I will be going through a weapon review of what I have. I have my main set right here, and I can tell you guys that I also gotten the Percival Amarak and some other things at level 65, such as the shipping whip. Now, if I didn't get this offer, this wouldn't happen, but I think it was a kind of a plus that they gave this offer. But at the same time, I feel like it should have been those who already gotten the weapons should have had the opportunity to buy the skins for the weapons they obtained. And at another Traders fan where there's new weapons for the new bytes to get, that would make it a more fair and reasonable game to play, and also gives a bit of a different diversity of between the players, which weapons they have. Is it the same style despite the different kinds of weapons, and also different effects and stats that can put into consideration as well. But speaking of which, a lot of people will get frustrated by it, including, now you might also take precaution of people who only hate on returning certain weapons for either sympathy, which is just try to show that you're with them, but not for a specific reason. You just try to show that you're with them, to be with them, therefore you hate. And another thing that people might hate is because them who didn't have the ultimatum before, let's say now, okay, let's say that there's a bunch of people don't have the ultimatum before, and now they're whining to the developers about it because they get a pretty jealous. The jealousy develops into a very big ego, like whining to the developers, so that the developers take that, instead of taking that as bad behavior from the community, they actually take it as critique, and therefore this weapon that they've been wanting returns, and it happens. But for those people who just been begging to the devs to get it, and then complains about it returning, that basically means your ego. Despite how many times I'm gonna say that they're jealous on you, you're the one jealous on them before, and now you're gonna sit down talking down the man who are jealous on you. You were the one who was jealous before, and additionally, that's pretty ignorant of you to behave like that. It's a very bad behavior. You don't say, hey, I want to beg for getting that weapon, and then afterwards you come by, afterwards the developers return the weapon that you recently obtained. Now you get angry. The frick is that? You're just basically selfish as heck. Jesus Christ, you gotta behave a little bit. The reason why I don't like this is returning, because I see what it impacts for everyone, but we can't guarantee that you see it as well, or that you just want to fake out your behavior because you want everything for your own good. This is Pixagon. It's not you who play, or else this game wouldn't have existed, because this is a multiplayer game. For once, this is a multiplayer game that they made for us to play with. It's not you who gets everything. So that's a little bit lesson for you guys to learn. And also for those who turn out to be pretty selfish out there, you gotta rebehave. You gotta think again. For why the frick do you hate ultimatum being returned? Is it because that you just got it and now you just gotta hate because that means you're ignorant and jealous? But for me, I see what happens to the community. They get downright scammed, then they get irritated, they might want to leave the game because of this, and it also provokes communistic weapon marketing on the game. So yeah, that's all I have to say. And also, one more thing, I realized I'm facing against Senti Squad, so if Senti's fans are watching out there, what is this, man? What is this? Okay? I nearly taken 100 last season, but this is something the sinister German leader have already done almost. Like, seriously. Reminds me of the video. Nah, I'm just taking it mildly on you. It's all jokes. But anyways, guys, Happy New Year, and I'll be catching you guys with the new skin that I just provided for you. Let me know what you guys think about the new skin when it happens, and also let me know what you think was the best moments of this year. So maybe I can bring that moment in the new video on the new year. Other than that, have a Happy New Year, and I'll catch you guys in the 2020 January 1st. Bye bye.